Hello everybody, this is Crow the Sandler fan once again, and today I'm going to do another movie review. This time it'll be on the 2015 sequel to the 2009 comedy, which of course stars King of Queens star Kevin James and Paul Blart Mall Cop, but I'm going to review on the 2015 sequel, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. So the plot for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is, it takes place years after we left off at the first movie, and Paul Blart is always a successful mall cop at the mall, and because Paul Blart always does a great job being a mall cop, he decides to take a vacation to Las Vegas with his daughter Maya. And when they show up at Las Vegas, everything was fine until later. This guy named Vincent, played by Neil McDonough, plans to have his henchmen steal expensive and priceless props from the hotel and replace it with cheesy ones, and it's basically up to Paul Blart to take down Vincent and retrieve all of the stolen expensive props from the hotel, and that's what the plot is. My opinion on Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, I'm honestly not gonna lie, I loved the first movie, and I really want to like the second one. I really did want to like it, but I just didn't really like the sequel, and I already know exactly why. The sequel really has nothing to do with the first movie, because in the first one, Paul Blart saves the day at a mall, but in this one, Paul Blart saves the day at a hotel. And I agree with Matthew Davis when he did a review on Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. It should have been called Paul Blart Hotel Cop, because it makes sense, because in this one Paul Blart saves the day at a hotel. And plus, it just didn't really top the first movie, and we can all agree that the first movie will be way better. It will always be, and forever, way better than the sequel. And I loved Kevin James in the first Paul Blart Mall Cop, but Kevin James was alright in the sequel, and plus the jokes in Mall Cop 2 weren't really that funny, as I preferred the jokes and the funny scenes in the first one. And one scene and there's one scene in Mall Cop 2 that I felt wasn't really necessary, is the scene where Paul Blart was talking to somebody who's eating a disgusting brown banana that was found from a trash can. That scene was pretty gross and kind of disturbing, and pretty much unnecessary for a sequel like that one. And what I also didn't really like about the sequel was that it didn't really feature some of the cast from the first movie, like Shayna Mays, who plays this girl named Amy in the first Paul Blart Mall Cop, where Paul Blart has a crush on. Shayna Mays did not come back in the sequel, which is a shame. And yeah, there's really there's really nothing else I can explain about Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. It was just an alright and definitely unnecessary sequel. And I felt like Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is basically open season 2 all over again. And yeah, I do agree with everyone else that Paul Blart Mall Cop should have only had one movie, and the sequel wasn't really that necessary. And I don't really think they should make a third one. A third one should definitely not happen. So so overall, would I recommend Paul Blart Mall Cop 2? Not really, because it kind of has nothing to do with the first movie, because in the sequel it involves a hotel rather than a mall. So for my final rating of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10 stars. It's an okay and unnecessary sequel from 2015. So that's my review on Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying peace out.